Good morning, everyone. All right. Just got to some announcements. Market opens up in about 5 minutes, and there's no red folder news today, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. Market has been, as I've been like just kind of marking out my stuff this morning, market has been very bullish since I've been at the charts. Okay. Hey. All right, now just wait for market open. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I see more people coming in. We're just waiting for market open right now in about 2 minutes. And we'll see if we can catch something. Right now for Bitcoin and Nasdaq, I don't see anything coming for like a 1 minute kill shot. So I might hop on over once we kind of get that first 5 minute candle, hop on over to Top Step and see what kind of potential position we can snag over there. His 1 minute kill shot's that's my go-to trade. Yesterday didn't work out, but we had the right idea, especially on Bitcoin. I was super bummed. I tried on my position yesterday. We tried to take a short. It was right in here, right in this area here, from these highs here, and it literally pushed up just a little bit further and then ripped down. I was like, dang it, man. Like, a little weird, and there wasn't even anything over here to the left. Like, it just decided to push a little higher and then go. I was like, dang, man. It's okay. All right. See how this 5 minute opening candle is. All right, looking very bearish or bullish. Sorry. Right off the red. All right. We'll see how this opening range forms, what it does. Nasdaq is in price discovery, so there's not like any levels to our left here. So if we if we got a setup to go short, I would need price to like kind of make a double top in order to even think about going short. So for in regards to the 1 minute kill shot strategy. But with the anticipation of all this news, I think tomorrow, I think price is gonna be pretty oh my gosh. It's gonna be pretty bullish. Now, Bitcoin's not in price discovery, and Bitcoin does have levels to the left here that we have marked out. Everyone watching too, I want you guys, like, if you were someone who's maybe freaked out by the massive dump that happened recently, right? This massive dump over here, look how fast we're recovering. Like, look how fast Nasdaq recovered. Boom, big dump. And look how now it's in price discovery. Like, those manipulations, those massive market dumps, they're not by accident. That's for sure. And they recover very quickly. Sometimes it's slower than other times, but we're gonna watch Top Step over here for a little bit. I'm gonna have this chart up over here. Just watching it, but there's gonna be no trade opportunities for me on Bitcoin, I think, for a while. So right now I just want to lock in on Top Step for the time being. I want to see how this opening range forms, and then we'll drop down to the 1 minute and see what the 1 minute's kind of showing here for Nasdaq. My maximum loss limit. Oh, I see. Okay, 5 minute opening range has been kind of formed. Now I want to see how does price, right? we have, you know, this fair value gap right here on the 1 minute. Oh, let me change that to, we have this fair value gap here. We have, no. And then we have this fair value gap right here. So I just want to see kind of like how price reacts to these levels. Points. 4 points. Okay. There is a very small fair value gap. So this one got inverted. This one's still open. Oh, wait. There's a wick. Very tiny one there. And there is a very small one down here. And our target today for our Top Step account would be to make just over $150. That's our target. I want to see if maybe the 1 minute would give us like some kind of like big large wick rejection, or maybe start inversing fair value gaps. Like, I just want to kind of see what it does here. I would love it if 1 minute like came down to like the low it just created at this fair value gap, or this low down here, and left like a big wick and then pushed up. But also with how this momentum's been going on Nasdaq, yeah, look at that. Shrink up that whole thing. There's a minute left on this 5 minute candle. We're testing this fair value up here. I have a screen on the left. I'm also watching the 5 minute while watching the 1 minute. Something I also want to see, do we start getting displacement on the 1 minute to a specific direction? Like, does the 1 minute start displacing to the upside, giving us fair value gaps like it did over here? Oops, ignore that. Ignore that, sorry. I forgot to move my little horizontal lines that 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay. This 5 minute might give us an order block here in the next 3 minutes. And it looks like 1 minute might inverse this fair value gap. I still want to see more than just this. I still would love to see some kind of manipulation to the downside before we like just go, but let me see. I give this low right here, or this low right here. All right, about 2 minutes left on this 5 minute candle. See if we get an order block here. If we get an order block on the 5 minute, I might try to do my 5 minute trigger or sniper's trap. I think sniper's trap is what this one would be called. Okay, we've inverted this fair value gap. So price is denying all the bearish momentum, right? Price pushed down, tapped into a imbalance, the fair value gap down here, and then now has rejected all this bearish displacement. So I'm liking what I'm seeing in regards to bullish momentum. A minute and a half. So not this candle, the next one will tell us, do we get that 5 minute order block or not? If we do, I might take a stab here at it. Okay, the final minute of this 5 minute candle. I'm just going to clean up this chart real fast. I like to keep it very clean. Okay. I think if we get this order block, because I'm being a little aggressive here and a little fast, I think I'm only going to take 2 contracts on this one and then see if we get any more confirmation down the line. Actually, I'll just do 3. That's my normal position size. Only if we get the order block confirmation. Okay, my limit order is at the top of this order block here. We'll see what it does. Does it give us a, does it tap us in? I like that price is inverted not one but 2. I like that price has come down, tapped into this low here and this imbalance and then pushed off. I like that the 5 minute has created this order block here, pushing up, created this order block here, continually pushing up. So now hopefully playing off that, you know, just this current bullish momentum that is broken structure to the upside. And see if we get tapped in here. Okay, we're tapped in. Stop loss goes to that low right there. And we'll kind of watch the 1 minute. So this is going to the order block low. Because if price is going to be bullish and kind of attack this high up here, it shouldn't come back down to where we're at now. Still no setups or anything on Bitcoin or in regards to the 1 minute kill shot. I'm not really seeing anything. I want Bitcoin to hit the 1 hour high that's up there. But Bitcoin's looking very bullish right now. Let's see something here. So, we'll limit sell one up there. Yeah, the 1 minute is looking like it actually might be creating a lower high here. And it might be creating a bearish order block to the downside, but still the overall trend, right, is bullish. Now, I'm not going to get stuck into a daily bias or anything like that, but I do want to take note of, like, okay, if price stops me out here and decides to, yeah, it looks like, okay. So that one got stopped out. Let's cancel this order up here. I want to see how price reacts to these lows. Maybe it's going to finally give us that manipulation to the low here. Okay, closed above this low on the 1 minute. I would kind of want to, if it's going to do something, hit this low here. This one just got closed. I want to see if we invert this guy. If we invert this guy, I think I'm going to try to take a stab again at a long. How much time we got in this 5 minute? Oh, 10 seconds? Yeah. Yeah, if we invert this guy, I'm going to take a stab again at taking a long on Nasdaq. And if we get a good rejection off this, like this, and close outside this orb to go short, I might take a short here too. I'm just kind of watching what price does here. And I want to see also how price reacts to like this low. If we do end up tapping into this low here, I want to see, do we displace through it, or does price like get a good rejection off of it? No, hit the low. Come on, hit this low, please. That'd be the low to manipulate. Three minutes left on this 5 minute. Okay. Or if we're gonna go short, I don't see anything that's telling me go short yet, because one, we've broken outside the opening range, but there's been no displacement since we've broken out. What I mean by that is there's been no bearish fair value gaps to the downside. The only bearish fair value gap here is right here, that with the way that price is reacting to this low, potentially if it comes up and inverts this, that'd give me a definitely bullish signal. Yeah, and the fact that price is not like displacing through this, it shows me like maybe sellers aren't as in control, you know. And I'm hoping that if people are going short, you know, at these highs, you know, if people have their sell orders or buy orders, you know, at these highs because they tried to go short, they're gonna get trapped, and then we can use that fuel. But then there's also a lot of liquidity below us for buy for a short too, so we are also in a big 5 minute fair value gap. Okay. Still don't see anything that tells me I want to go short. Real. If we leave a fair value up here, I think I'm gonna see if it retests it. Holy smokes. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Yeah, see, I think sellers just got trapped. So we got time. 30 seconds on this candle. If this candle inverts this guy, I'm going to be trying to take a stab at a long here. All right, let's see if we get tapped in here. Oh, it got so close. Okay, we're tapped in. Stop loss is going to go at this low. And then all right. We got two fair value gaps that just formed here. And this leg up. There's two fair value gaps that have formed there. There's this inverted fair value gap that we just got with a good like push up and a sweep. So now I'm hoping that we now can attack this external range liquidity at this high. And all those sellers who tried to go short there just got trapped. And so I don't want this to be like a slow move. I want this to be something that's pretty aggressive. I want to see price close above this guy and price. I would like to start seeing more displacement to the upside. Give me some more fair value gaps that'll maybe allow me to scooch my stop loss up a little bit. But I'm not right now. I'm not moving my stop loss from where it's at. We're at a pretty comfortable spot. Price shouldn't return to that, and if it does, I definitely don't want to be in the position. Another thing I really like is price when it closed back into the orb. It left fair value gaps when it entered, and that's exactly what you want to see when if it's gonna flip on you. You want to see displacement back into the opening range to hopefully then target the other side of the opening range. The Bitcoin on the 5-minute is almost to one of my targets, which is that 1 hour high. And then maybe if we start hitting that and getting some rejection, maybe I'll start being able to see something potentially. There we go. There we go. Market structure shift on the 1 minute there. I would like to see the 5-minute create this order block. There's a big, I'll show you instead of just trying to explain it. So we have these 2 downward candles, right? I would really love the 5 minutes to push up to create the order block. Which if we could start closing these 1 minute highs here, this line I have here, that should be able to lock in that 5-minute order block. There we go. We're starting to, as we hit these highs, if you notice the candle gets like all of a sudden like a glitch up. Like as soon as we break above like wick highs that are over previous to left, you get those like wick ups. I'm hoping that we can, oh, see, that's not really what I want to see. Like as soon as it breaks above these like nice candle closures higher. Okay. Maybe we'll tap into this fair value gap. That's why I don't want to move my stop loss up yet, because we have these fair value gaps that haven't been tested, and price is very likely to come down and test one of these and then push. Now, if it leaves them, that's even better. They're breakaway gaps. And eventually they will probably be filled, but the 5-minute here on Nasdaq left another bullish candle here. Again, I really wanted to get that order block filled. We've literally just been dancing at break even. I like that the 1 minute here. So like the reason why I'm like kind of commentating is just to show you guys like things I'm liking to see, to show that my position's still right. We have these 1 minute lows here. Look how price wicked below them, but didn't close below them, and left us like a hammer candle. So hopefully that the fact that price failed to displace these lows and now is like hopefully going to give us a good bullish candle. Yeah, like that's a great bullish candle off this low here. After the retest of this low. Now I want to see, like, hopefully it could still come back down and test this fair value gap, but because we haven't really seen like the direction 1 minute's going to go. But I love seeing that price is not displacing lows. That when it hit this 1 minute low, it closed way above it rather than closing a down candle like through it. And I was a little like early on this trade in regards to like taking that inverse fair value gap. Another thing you could have done, like if you wanted to be more patient, you could have waited for the retest of a fair value gap. So if you wanted to like say, I want to see that, I love that it inverted, but I want to see it come down and test one of these fair value gaps first, see how it reacts to those, and then if it gives me something I like, then take the position. Now I wanted to take the inverse fair value gap because the fact that price was tapping into this high, I was like, I'd rather get into it, because if price decides to shoot and basically trap all these sellers, it should be aggressive and fast, and most likely it might not test these fair value gaps if it's going to be actually the move I think it's going to be. Kind of like these moves that were, you know, down here, like just very aggressive and large candles. Now as you can kind of see, it's kind of been just chopping here, but we might not test these fair value gaps here. It looks like it wants to test them, but every time it hits this like low, it bounces off. So we might get an actually how much time is left on this? Yeah, we actually might get a very small bearish candle here on the 5 minute, which, oh yeah, okay, so we just got a very small bearish candle. What I would love to see is price engulf that to the upside. Then we get this order block. I won't move my stop loss yet until I see like 1 minute displacement or like 1 minute closing above this guy. But I would like to see like that order block to be engulfed, or that order block to be formed. There we go. That's what I want. There. I can see all my orders. Oh, no way. That it literally is just chopping right at my entry. Like this. Real. I also want to see what price does at this high. Do you have these, like, you see how the like price is kind of consolidating right now? I want to see what price does if it finally attacks the highest point of this kind of consolidation. And if we are to tap this line here, I would want it to, if we are going to go bullish, most likely to displace through this high and then close above this next one. Like this high that's been building up orders allows fuel to then close above the more important high, this 1 minute swing high here. And then you also have this 1 minute low, right? So it's like, which low are you going to hit? And then what are you going to do with these lows if you do hit them? Okay, we did create that 5 minute order block. So I do like that. So on the 5 minute time frame, right, we have this bearish downward candle that gets engulfed, creating a 5 minute order block to the upside. So I do like that. Now can we finally get some displacement? No way. No way, it's coming right back down to my entry. Not loving that. I'm not loving this candle here. This candle here closed right below all these lows. We are about to tap into this low and maybe this fair value gap, and hopefully we get some kind of tap. Like if it does decide to tap, I assume of how close it is to this low, it's gonna tap it. And are we gonna, is it gonna get fuel to the downside, or is it gonna pop off to the upside finally? Oh, right back to the entry. And this is exactly why I still didn't want to move my stops to that 5-minute order block, because the low of that 5-minute order block is this low here, and it hasn't been tapped yet. And I think price could manipulate it before it decides to attack this external range liquidity. There we go. Still, every time it comes down to those lows, it fails to displace them. I like that. Like we hit this low here, tapped it, failed to displace. We're actually getting a bullish push off of it. I like that. Now I want to see a push on the 1 minute that allows for like a fair value, like something like this. So that could finally give us fuel to get out of this little consolidation here. Bitcoin, so Bitcoin's hitting to my target, but it is pushing. Like Bitcoin is very bullish this morning, and really Bitcoin's literally just been up only this morning. It hasn't really like given me any kind of signal. Just literally just keeps going up. So Nasdaq, could you do the same for us, please? So price just made on the 5-minute too a bearish order block. So this just to me is indicating that we're just in chop, which we know because we're literally experiencing it. Just literally chopping at our entry. But it's just showing that price is a little indecisive still on which directions is it actually going to go. So I'm hoping that now that price, okay, there we go. Now we've tapped in these fair value gaps. I want to see price push now. I don't want to see it like push through. I want to see it push up now. Yeah, I'm not liking this. This kind of sucks. But we'll see. We still got. There we go. There we go. Come on, 1 minute. Be aggressive now. Yeah, we tested both of these gaps. So now that we've tested both of these gaps, I want this to be pretty aggressive to the upside. I don't want it to be choppy and like still indecisive. I want it to now be like, okay, we've filled the imbalance. Now let's go. Now let's go attack this high up here. And that's exactly the reaction. This candle here is exactly the reaction I want to see off of that. A nice big candle, blue candle. I mean, it's not big because we're on a 1 minute time frame, but a nice blue candle that has no wick to the top on the top end of it and a wick on the bottom end, showing that it's got strength to the upside. Now can we get some displacement and new fair value gaps to the upside? Hmm. I'm really hoping this candle doesn't invert that fair value gap. Did invert that fair value gap. So there is a little fair value up here. Can we invert this guy? And this is the opening range at the bottom here. I'm watching a couple of things right now. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Now, can it close strong? I want to invert this fair value gap right here. Doesn't mean that we're good, but it would be a good. Nice, I love that. I love that it just did that. Now, can it hold it and can it keep pushing? Come on, 1 minute. Come on, push up. Oh no. I don't love that it's doing that. I think we might get stopped out here. Yep, price just inverted this guy. Yeah, I think. Yep. Okay. It's gonna stop us out here on this one. Okay, that one did not work. Now, what I'm watching here, we just created this fair value gap outside of the opening range. We just created this fair value gap outside of the opening range. And now I want to see when we come back up and retest this fair value gap, what do we do here? Do we respect it or do we decide do we respect it or do we push through it? And I might try to go short here. And this would be the last kind of like the last try of the day. For our top step account. Over here on the over to the left on our Bitcoin and our other Nasdaq accounts, we haven't even gotten a single trade set up yet. So we're just kind of being patient on those. Okay, I want to see how does price react here. We got to test this fair value gap. Are we going to push off of it and continue, or are we going to close through it and invert it? Bitcoin is just pushing. Bitcoin just keeps going higher and higher. While Nasdaq's just still chopping. Pretty much just in its opening range. I'm going to try to take a little sell here. See what we kind of get here. The reason why I took a sell, price, let's put it down a little bit. Price came into this fair value gap, pushed off of it instead of pushing through it. And so just kind of taking that approach of looks like price might respect it or could not. But we'll see. I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive too on this short because I don't love the idea of going short, but it looks like that's what price is giving us right now. The reason why I don't love the idea of going short is because the market's been since market open and even pre-market extremely bullish. But it looks like price is, yep, price is showing its hand. There we go. Okay. We're going to take a TP at this external range liquidity low down here. I'm I'm also watching how the 5-minute reacts to this 5-minute low. That's basically this line right here. I don't want price to come back up to this wick at this point. So we've taken off most of our risk on this position. If we are going to indeed go short and start retracing, I want it, as it's hitting this low, I want it to find fuel through it, not give us big wicks. I want to find fuel through it and invert this fair value gap. Yeah, I like that. That looks great. Perfect. I want this momentum to be pretty aggressive now. We've broken structure on the 1 minute. Potentially we'll have market structure shift on the 5. I don't want this to be like something slow. I want it to be something that like kind of quickly attacks our external range liquidity if we're gonna catch this retracement. The thing I don't love is on this move down, there's no fair value gaps. It's kind of a bummer. We're only risking $16 right now, so I have my stop loss at the body of this really large candle to the downside, and then price should not come back up all the way up to this level. Like price should now push through, and if it's going to come all the way back up to this level, then that might mean it's just going to chop in this range today. So we do have a little fair value up here. Potentially, yeah, the price is starting to displace up now. Huh. Is there a button to cancel all orders? Oh, cancel orders right there. Cancel all. Okay, perfect. Well, it was looking good for a little bit. I think we're actually going to get stopped out here. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to get stopped out. There's no 5-minute fair value gaps too that went down on that displacement. So okay, we got tightened out there. What the heck, Price? What are you doing? What is Price doing right now? All right, I actually finally might have a Nasdaq position over here on my other chart. If we invert this guy, that'd be actually a 1-minute kill shot because the 5-minute tied this low, failed to displace it, and then if it comes up and inverts this fair value gap, we would then get a 1-minute kill shot. How many trades did we take today? We took 1 over here, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 trades so far. Bitcoin still hasn't given us nothing. How wide is this? Okay, not too bad. I swear, Nasdaq. No way, Nasdaq. All right, I'm gonna take a sell here. This will be my last one. 5-minute just broke structure to the downside, and it looks like it's gonna give us a nice displacement candle. We inverted this fair value gap too. Right here, this one that would have potentially given me the opportunity. This will be the last one of the day on the Top Step account. And then again. Okay. If we can get a fair value up here, we'll take off a little bit of risk. This will be the last one for the day on this account. Let's go to the 5-minute. Oh, and then we'll do this. Okay, so we have a couple TPs set. We should, if we're going to go down, right, we should be attacking external range liquidity. And so we got a couple TPs set up for us, and then we'll let that runner run. Actually, There, London low. And then we'll also be, so that London low will actually be one of my main TPs. And we will be trailing stops with displacement. So we did get this displacement. We're going to trail stops on that guy. Take off a little bit of risk. And ideally the 5 minute will invert this fair value up for us. That'd be a good indicator for us. Let's clean up some of these charts here. Okay. We've retested the opening range one last time, and finally it looks like price has decided which way it's going to go. Yeah, Nasdaq's looking good now. Holy smokes, Bitcoin. Bitcoin took a big dump too. Oh my gosh, dang it, Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't give us an entry opportunity, but Bitcoin is shooting down right now. Now Nasdaq can do the same for us. All right, looks like the 5 minutes about to invert its fair value gap, which would be great. Yes, might just invert too. Man, Bitcoin, holy smokes. Bitcoin is ripping down right now. Still nothing on Nasdaq has shown me that I can, take off some more risk. We're still going to keep our stop loss here at this high, this top of this displacement candle that left a large fair value gap. Trying to mark it out right here. So this is our displacement candle. We tapped into a lower fair value gap on the 5 minute, and we're seeing some bullish momentum coming from it. I'm hoping we can get that 5 minute inversion. We still got 3 minutes left on this 5 minute candle though. Billion here. Okay, we're testing this 1 minute fair value gap. Can we not see some displacement here? Wow. No way. No way. We might just get stopped out here on this position too. I still didn't even go to external range of liquidity. Oh. We'll see. Not really worried about it. It'd just be kind of a bummer if it actually does stop us out here. Price has been weird, funky this morning. We might just get stopped out here. There. Come on, push down. Give me a 5-minute order block there. Okay, we just got a 5-minute closure. There's a bullish candle back up after hitting into that 5-minute fair value gap. Now, hopefully, we can get some 5-minute or 1-minute displacement to the downside and disrespecting this fair value gap that just formed here. And I feel like we've really yet to see. I thought the fact that we finally closed below that 5-minute low, got this displacement here on this 1 minute. I was like, okay, we're finally going to see the hand of Nasdaq of the direction it wants to go, but it's still just very choppy this morning. I don't love that wick out of that fair value gap. I'm going to move my stops down to this wick here because I do not want to see price come up to back to that wick now. I want to see it now kind of be aggressive like this guy here where it tapped in and then pushed. Like I want to see a push now. Still no trade opportunities on the other accounts. Bitcoin still hasn't given us nothing. Yeah, I think we're gonna get stopped out here. that wick. Yeah, I think we're cooked on this one. I don't think it's going to play out. If it does invert this fair value gap, though, I might go over to my other account that only does the 1 minute kill shot. And I might take a 1 minute kill shot on this if it inverts this fair value gap. Yeah, here we are. We're going to get stopped out. Yep. Dang, dude. Okay, I'm done trading this account. I've hit my limits. And we're done trading it. Prices. This has been terrible price action this morning. Jeez. So Bitcoin has this move here, right? Still didn't tap into any level. I was hoping that it would hit this 5 minute low if it's going to give me some kind of large rejection wick like this. Nasdaq here tapped into this imbalance down here, pushing off. This is very choppy price action today. Did we close through this guy? Nope, we have not yet. This will be the candle that tells us. How many points will we be risking on this? Let's see. 33. I think I'm willing to take, this will be my stab on this account. See how this does. If it gives me the inversion, it has to give me the inversion. Hasn't given me the inversion, so. Good morning. Up here. Bye. Okay. If we get the inversion, I'll take this stab on Nasdaq to go long if we get the inversion. And we'll shoot for 2R. And we'll see how this plays out. Bitcoin still Nothing. I don't love this setup for the 1 minute kill shot. It didn't hit the low. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm not loving this price action. I'm not loving the setup. We're gonna be patient. We're gonna be patient. There's no need to like force a trade. $15-minute goes lows. Okay. All right. This one is nice and tight. Yeah. I might actually be willing to take this one right here. If it inverts this guy, stop loss right here. If it inverts that, I might take this stab because now I'm only risking 18 points. Very nice. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to take a stab at this one. They just created a fair value up to the downside and immediately inverted it after tapping into this fair value gap too. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Okay, we're tapped in. Maybe we can actually hit a TP today. Maybe we can actually get blessed with hitting a TP. And on these accounts that I'm trading, because these are completely different accounts than the Top Step ones, this would be my... If this one does not work, I will be done for the day. Across all my Nasdaq accounts. Bitcoin still, we haven't even taken one trade. It hasn't even given us one opportunity. The beauty is on this 5 minute, if it can close above and give us this order block, I will be aggressive with this and move my stops to that order block. There we go. There's some fuel. It's exactly what you want to see. This liquidity. See what the price does when it taps into that. It should be aggressive through it. And then our TP is like pretty much at all this liquidity. Okay, we hit into this high. I want to see fuel through this guy. I'm liking this 5 minute candle. 1 minute and 43 seconds. And maybe we can move our stop loss up to this order block. Am I missing a candle here? 11:03. Oh, I am missing a candle. My thing's glitching. What is going on here on my candlesticks? Oh. I swear, Nasdaq is playing games today. All right, final candle or final minute on that 5-minute candle. Let's see what price does here. That's crazy if it comes all the way back down. I want to see if it gives me this order block. I'd really, really like that. Nasdaq's just Wick City today. Like, even if you were in a short, right? Even if you were in a short and you put your stop losses at proper levels, like, it's going to come up just to stop you out. And if it's going to run down, like, this price action is... Wow, okay. It was looking great, and now it did that. So we got another fair value gap here. Another bearish fair value gap. Can we disrespect it and take it away? So I'm kind of hoping price does here. Right, just like it did over here. It pushed down, get a fair value gap. I want to see price disrespect it again. But knowing our luck today, it won't. But I'm just trying to stay mechanical and disciplined through this, and losses are going to be a part of it. And so how can we best handle ourselves? If we can invert this guy, I'm going to move my stop loss up to this low that pushed up to break above these highs. Because if price is going to invert and push up, it should not come back down here. And I think that would be right at that 5-minute order block too. You know, actually, I might just be patient and wait to see if we get a 5-minute order block. Yeah, I think I'm going to be patient and wait for the 5-minute order block. Hey, we inverted it. I love that. Oh, okay. So I guess something was announced that there's a 98% chance that Fed cuts rates tomorrow. So that could be why we're getting some bullish injection into the market off of hopium. Well, you wouldn't believe it, but price is back inside the opening range. Insane. All right, can the 1 minute close above this high? I would love that. Looks like it's gonna do it. Are you gonna do it or not? 1 minute. I hope it does. We got more displacement too to the 1 minute to upside. All right, 50 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. And it looks like we're going to get an order block, and I will move my stop loss up to that order block. We'll see how this candle closes, though. And it'll take off a very large portion of risk. 28 seconds. Seconds. Ooh, can this 5-minute close above this wick? I would love that. Great. All right, stop loss has been moved up. We've cut off a lot of risk here. We had our stop loss at 18 points. Now we're at 7.5. So we've cut off pretty much over half of our risk on this position now. We have fair value gaps here on the 1 minute that should protect us. And 1 minute time frame has closed above these highs. So I think in hindsight, we should be okay on this trade. Like it should be. I think we've caught a good one here. Like the price has inverted all the fair value gaps on the 1 minute, and on the 5 minute, there's no fair value gaps to the downside. And on the 15 minute, we do have this fair value gap here. Hopefully we can disrespect that 15-minute fair value gap. I'm gonna mark it out right now. Hopefully we can disrespect this 15-minute fair value gap, but that's the only thing at the moment that I really could see being something that plays against us. And as you can see, as we tap into that 15-minute fair value gap, what do you see price doing? Pushing off, right? So I'm going to move my stop loss up a little tighter on this 1 minute candle. So this 1 minute candle is the start of this displacement and basically taking off all of our risk. We're risking like we're risking 2 points on this trade now. I could see this, the way that price is reacting to this 15-minute fair value gap right now. Yeah. Yep. There we go. We just got stopped out. All right. Price is extremely choppy today. We are done trading. We will not be trading anymore. And we took a very small loss on the majority of our accounts. We took it was $19.20. So not a bad, on this account, not a bad loss. I'm not looking to trade anymore. The fact that price, is doing this kind of junk, for me, I don't really want to be a part of it. Tomorrow's FOMC with the rate cuts. And so that might be why price is just being super choppy right now. And price is just not wanting to make up its mind. Let's see. Watch, this is gonna be the moment that finally price does something. But yeah, I'm Nasdaq. I'm done trading. Bitcoin still has yet to give me anything that I can use. So I'm still not looking for anything on Bitcoin at the moment. It just doesn't have anything for me. And yeah, Nasdaq though, I thought we had a good read, especially on this downward momentum. But then And even on this upward momentum, you know, 5 minute tapped into these fair value gaps down here, gave good pushes up, market structure shift. 1 minute was breaking structure to the upside, continuation, and then literally as soon as you get like breaks of structure and continuation, price says, nope, we're going to go the opposite direction. So for me, I just don't want to, I don't really want to be a part of this anymore. It could still push up, but I just don't. Let's see the 15 minute. Yeah, I'll do the 15-minute reaction on this. And it's got 30 seconds left. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. In regards to the stream, I think I'm going to call it for this morning. Price action today was not very good. I mean, look at since market open, this just range that we've been chopping in. Pretty funky. It is what it is. Nice thing is though, I didn't lose $1,000 today. So our losses are actually pretty contained. Let's see. How much did we lose today? $214. Yeah. So on our accounts, we lost $214.92. And then on Top Step, we took a little bit bigger of a loss at $464 on the Top Step account. I was a little bit more aggressive on that account, you know, trying things out, trying to stab at things. So in total, we lost about $600 or $678, I think is where we're at for the day. So not a bad loss. That's something we can recover from. But it's just a bummer to have another red day after yesterday's red day. Man. Oh well. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it for the stream. I got some other work I need to get done, and I'm gonna call it. So I hope you guys found this. Well, I mean, today was not good. You guys didn't really get anything good in regards to trading, which I'm bummed about. But these days will happen, and I'm glad this one I was able to just cut off a lot of the risk, because I'm glad that price gave us opportunity like here to move stops up, because we only risk 2 points on this stop on this trade, and I will risk 2 points every trade to potentially catch a winner. Yeah. All right, everyone. I'll see you later. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see if I happen to take any Bitcoin trades. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at market open. Tomorrow's a big day. It's rate cuts. So be careful with your trading. Be extremely careful if you're trading around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because that's when the rate cuts are announced. Some people, there's definitely going to be a lot of people who try to full port their accounts and blah, 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 blah. I don't recommend it. I think it's a terrible idea to full port your account on FOMC. I think if you can spot a trade early, get a trade early. But like for me, I don't think I'll even be trading tomorrow unless I get something, early in the market. But yeah, I might not even be trading. I might just wait till Thursday and Friday to potentially catch a trade, because rate cut days are pretty volatile. And so it's just smart to protect yourself and not be stupid in that way. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning.